Okay. Can I have your name?
My name's Simon Eggington, and
Yep.
AKA people have called me Gromit.
And who's your father?
Mel Eggington. Yeah.
Most people would know the legend. Okay, how old are you, Simon?
36 years young.
36, just a young fella.
Yeah.
Can you remember your first surfboard? Well, I suppose it was one of Dad's, was it?
It was, if I recall correctly, it was a single fin that my dad reglassed and turned into a little thruster that was 4'2", 4 foot, maybe 4'8".
Yeah. So were you fairly young when you got that one?
Yeah, I was 4.
4?
Yeah. It was my brother's. It was handed down from
Yeah.
my brother, so it actually had my brother's name on each side, and I've still got it. It's only got 2 fins left, but and it's
still
hanging
got
on.
it?
Yeah, I've still got it. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the one you learnt to
Surf on, and then my first surfboard, proper surfboard was, well, for a while there I was surfing Murray Woods' Go boards, borrowing them and borrowing boards from Roger off his second hand rack.
Yeah.
And then my first surfboard was a New Wave, a thruster, thruster, like a swallowtail thruster that we got off Perry. No, not Perry. Just seen him. You said Linden.
Yep, I know you mean.
Yeah.
Where did you start learning to surf?
Well, because I grew up in Carmo.
Yep.
We had a bit more options than going to Sandy Bay, but mostly Sandy Bay, and I'd say Ruakaka.
Ruakaka.
Yeah. Because Roger's shop was there. We'd call in there, grab a board, and then return the board after.
Because when that swell rolls in there, it can be a fantastic wave down by the race course there. It's pretty.
Well, I remember not being able to get very much past the breakers where my dad was, but yeah.
I can remember just a year or so not being able to get out myself and one so you're not alone. First car, what was your first car you were driving around on?
I actually just threw the number plate out a few months back.
You kept the number plate?
Yeah, I don't know, maybe I have put it in storage, but a Mitsubishi Mirage, 83. It was with a power economy shift thing.
Yeah, so it would scoot along?
Yeah, you chuck the boards on it.
And pretty economical?
Yeah, very,
Yeah.
I think the gas back then was like 90 cents.
Yeah. Look at it today with all these things they're going to put on the petrol price. God knows where it's going to go. What your best surfboard, is it the one you've got now? Have you had one that you really liked, maybe broke it or something, or through all your boards?
Funny enough, I've never snapped a board.
You've never snapped a board?
No, I've snapped a tail.
Yeah.
But not snapped in half. No, that's a real hard thing because I'm pretty diverse. I surf longboards, I surf shortboards. You've
got a lot of boards, haven't you? I realise you have. Yeah.
Probably about at the moment about 18 to 20, I think.
Yeah.
So I do like longboarding and I've just started surfing on Roger's boards.
Yes. Yeah.
The 58 Special, I'm loving that. And I'm surfing some of his shortboards recently, and then some of the supplies that from my shop. Pizels, I've been surfing some Pizels. So I like to mix it up based on what the conditions are like, really.
Because you're one of the surfers that I see at Sandy Bay a bit, and some days you're on a little wee shortboard, smaller than yourself, and the next day you're on a 9-foot longboard, but you can ride them all bloody good, mate, so it's very impressive. I enjoyed being out there a few years ago, and we seemed to be swapping boards a bit, and you gave me a little wee short thing that was pretty thick.
Yeah.
And I did enjoy riding it, and you had to ride on my 10-foot of it. I think it does you good to have a swap now and again, eh?
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's a totally different feel, and
I know some people probably think it maybe I've probably got a bit of a longboarder's style to my shortboarding a bit sometimes, but I don't know. I think down there having the most fun out there, and on the day if it's tiny, I'd rather be catching waves than struggling on a shortboard.
Having fun, eh?
Yeah.
You went in a few of those not the polar bear, but the polar bear which your dad started off and helped organise. But when we had the New Zealand circuit, that was fantastic, and you did pretty damn well in some of those competitions, eh?
Yeah, maybe a round or two.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever got into the finals, but you're up against the likes of Josh Constable or Harley Ingleby, and
we had world champions and
it was great.
You'd have crappy surf and you'd see these guys and you'd say, well, you can see why he's right up there in the world, because man, they could make an ugly wave. Just they just do everything on it. It was quite impressive. Yeah. Now surf clubs. I guess you belong to your local one out there. How long have you been with that? Years and years.
Probably since you were I'm the club captain of the NCB.
How many members you got?
I think it's about 80, 86
That's
probably.
A good lot, and a lot of hangers on that.
I think like probably 80, maybe 30 paid and about 80 something. Yeah. And then probably another 120 or something. You know, they call themselves, I don't know, the Facebook page seems to have a couple hundred, eh?
It's a good club.
Yeah, it's a great club.
It's great for young people to go in their competition, I think, for the first time, and it's just totally different way of surfing to what just going out and having fun, eh? The pressure goes on them, doesn't it? They've got to get it.
I think in the last 9 months I've never seen the club get so good. I mean, we've got Tia Paul back up here and just heaps of new blood, heaps of young kids. I've never seen it, you know, thriving so well. Yeah. And I think that you know, Northland's going to benefit from all that. There's heaps of young kids, and even young kids, a couple of young kids come through my surf school that have joined. Yeah.
It's amazing watching those young fellas to see a little 6-year-old and he's throwing his board around, and a couple of years later absolutely screaming, and you know the guys straight away that are going to be good, don't you?
Yeah. Well, the NCB's definitely produced some of the best surfers in the world.
Okay, tell me, you sort of been looking after the surf school, I guess, out Sandy Bay way for your dad probably, and more or less for yourself now, but what do you enjoy watching young kids or mums and dads turning up and learning to surf?
Well, what makes me, you know, enjoy it the most is seeing people that still do it. Yeah. You know, like, I mean, you teach quite a fair few hundred in a year, but I mean, you probably only get about 5 or 6 that actually stick to it. Like, you know, you got Jamal Moslin, who's absolutely, you know, he's charging up at the secret spot up in the far north, and then you got Lou Atkins who's shaping surfboards, and she learned to surf with us, so you know that's really rewarding. And
her surfboards aren't too bad, eh?
Yeah, they're really nice. Yeah.
She's not a bad surfer. I saw her out the Waipu not so long ago.
So Olivia gave her first lesson. Yeah. So before I worked for Turakaka Surf.
Yeah,
so.
No, she's come a long way. Yeah. So you get a lot of schools turn up in your surf school now. Yeah. A lot of those kids, when they stand up for the first time, do you feel their excitement?
Oh yeah.
They yahooing and carrying on and
I mean, most knowledge I get is from teaching the lower decile schools. Yeah. Like just recently over the summer we've had Morningside. Yes. And Tiki Panga. We did a thing with I Have a Dream. Yeah. You know, those kids, I mean the kids from Morningside had you know, 10, 11, 12 years old, had never been to the Turakaka coast. Yeah. And were just absolutely blown away by
what's out there
and what you could do. Yeah, that's probably the most rewarding. You know, those kids would never get that chance, and hopefully maybe you make a difference.
Yeah. Well, I think, you know, I was lucky we were always at the sea and that, and you probably grew up at the sea, but that's something to think that in a place like Whangarei, a lot of those kids have probably never been to the beach and things like that. But I think it's brilliant. It's widening their horizons and seeing a bit more of the world. And we'll change tack here about what's the biggest surf you've been in. I know you've been in some massive stuff, but you've been out some big stuff.
Yeah, I'm not like into anything sort of like what Steve Thompson charges or something like that.
You're not looking 50 for that.
No, Jason Ruddle and all those boys and Darcy Bowden have been, you know, charging 10 foot plus. But I know biggest double, triple overhead maybe. Yeah. Where I can paddle out. I mean, I'm not a big wave surfer. Yeah.
What's the scariest moment you've had out surfing?
Or maybe a few years back, I was with Steve McGibbon and my mate Tom, and I went in the boat to Horror. Yes. Thinking it would be 3-4 foot, and came through that steam through that little gap in his tinny, and I think it was probably a lot bigger as we paddled in the boat. We had to pull the boat out a bit further. Probably a couple of good 6-7 foot sets came through the bay. I was breaking well outside of it.
Was the bar working?
But,
Or
I mean,
the bay was working?
Nah, no, it
Yeah.
was broken way outside that.
Yeah, yeah.
We'd surf sandies in the morning. It was 3-4 foot, and we thought horror would be a little smaller.
Yeah. Was it cleaned?
Yeah, quite bumpy still.
Yeah,
I think it was after a storm, but yeah, I mean it was scary. I mean I don't know. It was probably the most worked I've got.
Yeah.
Maybe even just the other day actually at Mookie's was quite heavy.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen Mookie's that heavy.
I've taken some guys down to Horror and we walked down, you could hear the surf, and we got there. We're just so massive that we turned around and went home. It was just ridiculously big. Yeah. When you're, young fella, who did you sort of look up as your surf heroes beside your dad? I guess it would have been one of them, but
who I looked up to?
Yeah.
You probably get a big head. Barry Goodall.
Yes.
Mike Hemingway.
Yeah.
Even Mark Gray.
Yes. Yeah.
When I was growing up, I was a real little grommet. I mean, those guys were pretty amazing to me locally. Yeah.
Hemingway and Goodall were both
even Steve, even Steve Thompson.
Yes. Yeah.
Even though he's only a few years older than me.
Yeah.
Those guys I really looked up to.
Yep. Why do you think you started surfing? Just because Dad did and you were at the beach a lot, or?
Yeah, I mean, I started surfing because he made me. Nah.
Yeah.
It was a choice. I mean, it was. I think I probably should actually move my suit surf, should I? I started surfing because we went to the beach everything. We had a batch out at Matapori, and I just really enjoyed it. I think my first experience was on a boogie board, and back then they used to have 2 fins in them.
Oh yes, yeah.
So then I'd catch a wave on the bodyboard and I'd pull the arm rope up and ride it in like that. I mean, that was my first sort of experience, I think, of surfing, but I know I just naturally gelled to it and I loved it, and I think maybe there's a transition between 7 and 11. My dad used to call me Paddle Grab Dundee because I'd never go surfing. I'd be in the rocks trying to get crabs out of the rocks.
Anyway, shark sightings.
One.
Had many of those?
One, two.
Yeah.
While surfing?
Yeah. Whereabouts?
Sandy Bay, Thrasher.
Yeah.
I knew it was a Thrasher.
Yeah.
It was a sort of
have the big tail fin thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was pretty close to it.
10, 20 minutes. It jumped after a fish, I think.
Oh yeah.
And maybe at Shippies I surfed over a very, very small, I think, blue shark or maybe a small mark, I don't know.
Yeah. They never really got scared. Yeah.
Never seen it. No.
Yeah.
Hopefully, no.
Yeah.
Hopefully never.
Surf accidents? Had any bad cuts or things like that?
Yeah, I've had a fin slice on the cheek. Pretty. I've got it pretty lightly actually. Put my tooth through my lip standing on my board for too long.
Yeah.
My mate was borrowing my board, and I stood on the board until it went under the water, and it came up and caught me right under the lip. But no, I've seen some pretty bad ones, but no, I've never.
Yeah. So I know you. Tell me about you were teaching surfing now. I think it was in Holland.
Yeah.
How did you get teaching surfing in Holland from a little boy growing up at Tutukaka?
Oh, well, I was a chef there from 2007 until 2001 to 2007.
Yeah.
And then some mates of mine started a surf school off the side of a beach bar.
Yes.
And well, it was pretty loose. It was just no one was qualified. We just did hire and a few lessons, and then in 2010 when I went back on holiday, it was much more professional. There's way more surf schools doing it, and a friend of mine, Hans Vandenbroek, he still owns a surf school there, and in fact I might hopefully maybe go help him in the next few weeks.
Yeah.
But it's much more professional. The beach is very much like Ruakaka.
Yes.
Flat.
So it's conditioned.
Yeah, and the water's always sort of browny.
Yeah.
It never gets very clear.
Yeah.
But it's enough for people to learn. I mean, there's a hell of a lot more people learning to surf there than here in Northland, that's for sure. Yeah,
do you think are they pretty good surfers, some of them?
There's some very good surfers. I'm amazed at some, how good they can get in the conditions that they're probably given. But then again, they'd probably be, 2-hour flight to Portugal or France, and
I'm amazed at Sandy Bay when I've been out there, and quite a few girls, and a lot of them seem to be from Germany and places like that. But geez, they can surf, mate.
Yeah.
I don't know where they learnt, but
maybe in Holland.
yeah, probably.
Maybe surf camps in France and Portugal. Yeah, there are. You're right. There is It's definitely 17 million people in Holland. And
yeah, that's a lot of people. We think in New Zealand we're only just over 4, so it's hard to. Favourite surf trip overseas or New Zealand? You had one of those trips where just you found the surf and it's been honking, or?
Favourite surf trip with 2 of my French mates to Bali and Lombok in 2010.
From New Zealand? Yep.
So my favourite surf trips are right here. Going up to Shippies, mate, with my mates and driving around the rocks. Oh, I've had Shippies that's world class.
Yeah.
You know that. I probably should do more surf trips. I probably should do them in the next year or so instead of going to Europe.
You're probably too busy working though, mate.
Yeah, so that, and I've had some really good sessions in Australia around Lennox Head where my sister lives, and I haven't doused into Fiji yet. I should do that.
Your sister's a damn good surfer.
Yeah. Taught her everything she knows. No.
You and your I've been surfing with her.
I had to put that in there.
She's damn good.
Yeah, she is. And Australia's even such a great place to surf. You're only gonna get better. It's so consistent.
Well, you only got to go to Aussie and see how many people are in the water, and you can see why they get good surfers, because you've got to get good, otherwise you don't get the waves in a lot of places. It's quite amazing. Favourite surf break? So
around Northern.
Yeah.
Northern. Racecourse.
Yeah.
Oh, last year Good Friday was amazing. I'd have to say Sandy Bay. It's my local.
There's usually a wave there, even mightn't be the best in the world, but
and then probably Shippies. Yeah, definitely. But Racecourse when it's on, I think it's not such a good wave.
Yeah. What's the funniest? I don't know if people get hooked up. What's the weirdest or funniest thing you've seen while you're out surfing? Anything stand out that you must have seen some funny things with all these people learning?
Most of the stuff I see is probably when I'm standing knee deep teaching people. I should, I'm laughing with them, not at them. But probably the antics of people that, don't know what they're doing. That, as far as, I'd say that's probably, I mean, I haven't really seen anything apart from that. I think that's probably the best view you can actually possibly have, because when I'm actually, so I'm probably too busy actually paddling around catching waves rather than when you're standing on the shore.
Funny you're talking about that. I was out the beach with Simon a few days ago, and there was a little wave running, and there was a girl out surfing, and she saw this wave coming. I've actually got her on my camera, and she started paddling, but she never looked around to see how close the wave was or how big, and as she caught it, it was breaking. She just
and the bottom
driven into the sand more or less, and over the falls. Why didn't you look behind? It's
a common mistake.
When
you're teaching people how to transition from white water to green water. Not turning your back and every few seconds. It comes naturally to you and I.
Just the
but
check.
someone learning doesn't. They don't think about that timing, which is for us is second nature, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely is. Who were your surfing mates? I know you mentioned a few.
When I was in high school, or
growing up, who did you surf with?
Dave Beasley.
Yep.
Hamish Ridling. Yep. They still surf. They were bodyboarders, and I converted them.
Yep.
Yeah. So that
that's a little group that most of us sort of had our own little group. And
Troy Burnett, and Rupert Murphy. Yeah. Because they were like a couple of years younger, didn't have a car. I used to pick them up in my little Mitsubishi, like I said. Pick them up at the end of Clements Road. And then I left when I was 19. I left here, so those are the boys I used to surf with mostly at Maurice's, or I'd surf at Sandy's.
And you tied up with your dad, or you got your own business out there in the Tutukaka surf. That great little shop, and I think that all started by your sister and Unga at first.
Started by my dad and Olivia, and my stepmother. It was a beach shop to I think at the time it was based on a shop from Byron Bay, which did ornaments and surf orientated.
All the bits and pieces.
Yeah, anything beachy.
Yeah.
And so they based it on a shop from Byron Bay called Hokakupu.
Yeah.
And then it sort of developed and grew from that.
And just
and now we're going through another change.
Yeah.
So we're sort of downsizing that gift side, and we're going to grow the surf school and the surf shop.
Yeah.
So come August this year, we'll be refitting the shop out and starting a new chapter. Yeah.
No, it's brilliant. Yeah.
Yeah.
You get on pretty good with your dad working. Some people.
Oh yeah. Of course, we have little arguments every now and then, but I think we're both just as passionate about it.
Yeah.
Probably both as stupid as well, staying. Probably.
You got to have a laugh, though, eh?
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a lifestyle job.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's for sure, and you have to think out the side of the square. I mean, with smooth staff, that's the thing.
Retailing's not easy. Like we had our retail shop for years and years, and people think you're rich and all that sort of thing, but it can be quite hard. You always someone trying to steal stuff or rip you off, and but on the other hand, you meet some lovely, great people.
Yeah. I don't think we've had so much. Well, I don't know. Maybe we have, but as much as trouble with stealing, but. Then again, I don't know. We haven't got. I shouldn't say that. We've got security cameras.
Anything else you'd like to mention about your surfing and?
No, just I like giving back to it, and I'm pretty well involved with the Northland Surfing Association, which started 4 or 5 years ago to represent those.
Yeah, all the
4 clubs, Mangawhai and the North Country and North Coast board riders, and the Ocean Beach board riders, and there's some great stuff. There's a lot of great people really giving their time,
like-minded.
Mike, like Vinny and Kim Robinson, and it's all volunteer, isn't it?
I take my hat off to your dad. Has done it all his life, and in the 60s he was running competitions and stuff, and still going, and
Oh, we didn't have that when I was, in the 90s there was 1 competition for the Scholastics. Now there's 3 to choose that team, and
and these clubs, I know for a while they were having a little competition. You still have that now and again, or
I think the Fuller's Cup needs to be reunited again, but I mean there's heaps of good little comps around the summertime, eh? And you got the Loggerheads, and you got the Steve Bowling, and
at Ocean Beach,
I mean there's some great little comps down Mangawhai as well. So I think I think Sandy Bay could have another one in the summertime. I reckon in February, like it used to.
Have you guys got your annual polar bear out there? When
so that's on the first week in August. I won't have as much to do it this year. But the first weekend of August, and if it doesn't run, then it passes on to that following weekend. And for the first time in the polar bear history, there's $1,000 up for the women's.
That's
to
good.
match the men's. So hopefully we pull in some of these women from around, girls and women from around New Zealand to compete for this.
Your dad would probably agree with me. There was a few ladies surfing in our day, but I've been out to Sandy Bay, and there's been just as many women surfing in the water as what there is guys, and some of them are bloody better than the guys. Especially some of the longboarders, man, they can do it.
Well, we've got Laura Richworth living up here now, and she's an ex-national champion. So, and you got Winnie's moved back up north again. So.
She's done really well. So
there is some definitely great surfers coming out of Northern, that's for sure.
So all positive future for surfing in Northland, eh?
I think so. Yeah, for sure. Hopefully this year the Northern squad can get a medal in Gisborne. So that's in October, and I go down there on the first week of October.
That's good fun.
Love going there.
Yeah.
Such a spell magnet, hey.
And the kids will learn a lot, even if they don't do too well. They will learn a lot, and next year they'll be back better and stronger, eh? 'Cause competition surfing is so hard. So you're just talking about some of the lady surfers we got in Northland now, and you're mentioning Winnie Paul and her mum, and what were the other ones that
Billy Scott, Jamie's daughter.
She's brilliant, eh? New Zealand champ, wasn't she, last year?
Yeah. I think it's an area that can grow a lot more.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm always like trying to get the girls in our surf school to
Yep.
come through the surf school that where to go.
Yep, yeah.
And hopefully it's a bigger division throughout New Zealand, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely strong,
Yeah.
Right. Well, look, I appreciate you giving your time and.
Well, it's been a long time coming as well, eh? I've been talking about it for probably 2 years as well.
Partly my fault. I've been a bit slack and have other things on your mind, but I really appreciate it. And just before we go, when you catch a wave, why do you go surfing? It's hard to explain, but what do you personally? Why do you do it? It just, just the buzz.
Fitness, fitness.
Yeah.
Socialising.
Yeah.
I love socialising in Sandy Bay. There's nothing better feeling at any beach as sitting out the back and I know pretty much everyone in the lineup and it's a great place. And then when you're finished, you can have a beer in the car park there and and just catch up. It's just such a great. Over the last 10 years being back from Europe, I just reckon the surfing community is so cool. Everyone's really neat and everyone's looks out for each other, and
on the whole it's a pretty friendly group that
I'd say mostly socially. I love it. I love surf. It's like it's like the bar in Holland when you're going out and you go to sports bars, but in Sandy Bay it's like much better scenery.
All right, Simon, thank you very, very much, and I hope you have a very pleasant trip overseas. I know you're heading off and appreciate your time.
Middle of August.
All right, we'll see you in the water.
Perfect.